Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. It appears as though she may be seeking that Drake treatment in light of the fact that Nicki went off on Kendrick and Jay-Z, the fact that Kendrick makes after it reported would perform at the Super Bowl 1 year from now. Yet you likely didn't get the update that Kendrick isn't the one you need to play with in light of the fact that he is a savage and negligible as mythical being, doesn't hold back his punches well. He had a ton to say about Nicki, and afterward fooled her for going on a coke R again. Answered him, and prodded his diss track against her and Drake, and it appears as though Nicki has released the monster in light of the fact that Kendrick came for herself, and he came for her hard. However, assuming for being fair, Nicki went on that incline since she was safeguarding her companion and tutor. Close to nothing, Wayne, who she accepted, ought to be the one to perform at the Louisiana Super Bowl. Be that as it may, Kendrick got found out in the center, however. Then again, many individuals of will accepted that she was tossing stones and concealing her hands since it seemed like her genuine objective was Jay-Z also. Rock Country, and she was simply utilizing Lil Wayne as a cover to conceal Jay now for setting Nicki has made some lengthy memories hamburger with Jay-Z's and Rock Country, and she enjoys frequently taken benefit of circumstances in the past. To toss conceal, for instance, at the point when Mag the Steed concealed her in her tune Murmur recently, Nicki was so persuaded that Jay-Z and Rock Country had put Megan up to do it. She said B thinks she a harasser cuz she get a Stone Country informal breakfast of be distraught at party. He had all your tea, however you making efforts, and my family get up on your great foot. Go apologize to your mom, you frightful snake. She likewise posted a screen capture of a promotion by Rock Country on Twitter where they were advancing this melody, and she said burning through such a lot of cash, yet she's a minimal broken subordinate craftsman desire. You gotta let it go, child, the world knows she's butt and can't rap. Stop attempting to get going. I recently put out a tune with no promotion, no video. It's currently number 2. This blogger added up the issue, pleasantly saying that hamburger truly over ambiance and how she try not to play with old young lady any longer like that. B Ben fell back regardless, posted via web-based entertainment. After this ingenuine, they don't need their name appended to old kid with a lawbreaker record. She Hen, at that point, went on Twitter Spaces to blame Jay-Z and Rock Country for supporting a disdain crusade against her. Furthermore, the paid for TikTok, what's more, the paid for tweets direct where individuals got their little $250 for the 4 they tweet to express that negative thought about Nicki Minaj, and afterward, the following day was like definitely in any case. I'm going right, I'm listen book, so I don't have any idea why any one of that and endlessly, I'm not discussing any rapper. I'm discussing an organization or organizations. No doubt she actually could do without Jay-Z very much. And assuming you're asking why her meat for Jay-Z has a say in her ongoing tirade or her blending meat with Kendrick, this is on the grounds that Rock Country also, Apple Music, are co-makers of the Super Bowl halftime show, which implies that Jay-Z got a gigantic say in who gets to perform at the Super Bowl, which straightforwardly means the way that he supported Kendrick as the entertainer and foe. Some reason, Nicki accepted this as an individual slight against her, and she went off on Jay-Z and Twitter blaming him for disrupting and pretty much nothing Wayne just to get back at her. She composed, I love watching the entire business play idiotic a large number of times. The fact of the matter is, the truth regardless of who tells it, picking and picking who you all acknowledge truth from, then, Bampow could make you a wisecrack yet won't mislead you. She likewise said, go furthermore, partake in you our cash before it's as well late, denying a young fellow what he legitimately put into this game for no other explanation. Yet your self-image, your contempt for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you rebuffing Lil Wayne the Go Nola. What's great, Eminem stood firm on having 50 penny come out a white man. It's miserable, however it's really great for them. No reliability, well, then ninjas will continue to sun you. She proceeded with one ninja, took a knee, the other ninja, took the sake going to get you ninjas in line. Each time got everything on the planet still angry. Furthermore, fiendish, appalling. Be blissful, I ask. Go be a cheerful ninja in rap business, in ladies business when you got the lawmakers. What's more, police, you're great. However, in addition to that monstrous Laffy Taffy outsider, however, who's the Laffy Taffy outsider? You know she does not talk about it, as she additionally expressed, and coincidentally, you don't have the foggiest idea about the portion of what Lil Wayne has accomplished for myself, as well as other people. Wayne had Drake and I on his visit with no papers marked. He was on all of my mixtapes with no paper marked. This man has, in a real sense, changed the substance of hip jump the hair as well, in the event that you realize he motivated so many to tap at their faces and get locks propelled your Favorites to need to be an extraordinary C. He won't ever be in this for the cash. It's forever been for the love of music. She finished her tirade with God preclude if Wayne somehow happened to leave the world right now. The way of life would be in grieving. That is the reason such countless individuals continue to say, to give our legends their blossoms while they're still around to smell them, lounging around day in and day out, messing around with individuals and inheritance watching rest. However, to be reasonable for Nicki, her tirade was not precisely out of nowhere. See, 1 year from now, the Super Bowl will be held in New Orleans, which is Lil Wayne's old neighborhood, so there were high expectations that he would have been the one featuring the show. Lil Wayne has likewise said years prior that one of his greatest dreams was to perform at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Contemplate this briefly. Lil Wayne title Super Bowl in New Orleans. How severely would you like to hear those words? Similarly, as awful as I need to see my name at the first spot on that list. When I was that anything age, it was. And I would bust into the workplace and get that Boardman magazine this doesn't have anything to do with, and that is insane to such an extent that it doesn't have anything to do with the game as in Craftsman you perform for the what better believe it right. Reason me you realize I mean like what Ike going to Super Bowl previously and watching the halftime show, it's nothing like it, and wishing you know like when you see the Craftsman you like. I know they might have sung the tune that I was included on. I'm highlighting on everyone. No doubt they might have brought me out, you might have brought me out. So when Kendrick was declared as the main event, certain individuals had an away outlook on that, and little director composed befuddled, disheartened, irate, however in particular propelled. Will at absolutely no point in the future be in a position, or have the GOAT in a position where we are helpless. Before somebody else's choice, we will make the choices now. Everyone is by all accounts hung up on the contention that Wayne ought to perform on the grounds that it's his old neighborhood. Yet, on the off chance that you see this rundown of Super Bowl exhibitions over the most recent 30 years, as it were, 3 craftsmen have acted in their old neighborhood, which lets us know that the Mihan contention doesn't actually hold a lot weight. I mean, Beyonce wasn't even inquired to act in her old neighborhood of Houston. Furthermore, you all skill hard, she reps H-Town, it's going down. However, that is not all, since many individuals likewise felt like Lil Wayne ought to be, not even thought of yet. Don't get me wrong, he is a GOAT and will constantly stay one. Yet he's simply not, however hot in 2024 as he might have been, and back in the 2010s in those days, he had the rap game opened, and he was quite possibly of the greatest specialists on the planet world. He ought to have been able to perform at the Super Bowl in those days, on the grounds that not very many craftsmen were contacting his significance at that point. That is simply not the case right now. He apparently has fixation issues, and he couldn't recall his verses a portion of the time when he's dramatic. I forget a part, yet it's better believe it's as it were forgotten when it's time to perform it, definitely. When now is the ideal time, assuming you ask me what I said, and we in the discussion he asked me what I said. It's right off back. I know precisely very thing I said. It's remarkable on the grounds that likewise with that said all we do is smoke yet all I, moreover accomplish his work fans have additionally called attention to that. His new exhibitions have been May without a doubt, and fans attempt to bring up this to Nicki like this individual that said the main rapper to feature the Super Bowl time show expected to be somebody who will address the craftsmanship to most extensive level was not close to nothing Wayne in 2024 anyway. Nicki was making an effort not to hear all that, and she said God will rebuff you. Mark my words, the man that has not just pushed his pin the hardest, however, gave the game more than one hip jump symbol also on his watch. Address the rap game. The best rapper. Don't address the rap game. Alright for you, dark individuals. Wow, in the take it tatito after they've given such a huge abuse. Okay, Nicki, I mean, try not to get me wrong. I love Lil Wayne, and his pertinence to the way of life can never be detracted from him. And like I said, it's sort of offending that he was never requested to feature in the Super Bowl previously. However, on the off chance that for being straightforward, Kendrick is a more sultry craftsman right presently. Yet talking of Kendrick, an insider uncovered that he feels the sort of way about Nicki's lease. What's more, he thought about it literally. The insider guaranteed that while Kendrick appreciates her steadfastness in defending her guide, he figures she ought to have simply come to her meaningful conclusion without hauling him into it. The insider likewise called attention to how Nicki has this unusual propensity for attempting to blame everything on different craftsmen to make her statement what she attempted to do with Lotto when she was calling out the Grammys for being one-sided against her in 2022. And you all definitely realize Kendrick is a monster with the pen, and he doesn't play about his music and he doesn't play about his name, and the source bothers that Nicki will get the Drake treatment from Kendrick in the event. That she keeps at it, and that he supposedly as of now has his pin out to applaud back at her. You all know how Kendrick doesn't do web-based entertainment. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.